The remarkable success of Amish tomato cultivation has captivated agricultural researchers and farmers worldwide for decades. When examining the extraordinary yields produced by Amish tomato seedlings and the economic efficiency of their planting methods, one discovers a sophisticated agricultural system that seamlessly blends traditional wisdom with practical innovation. The Amish approach to tomato cultivation represents far more than simple farming techniques. It embodies a comprehensive philosophy that prioritizes soil health, genetic diversity, sustainable practices, and community cooperation. The foundation of Amish tomato success lies in their meticulous attention to soil preparation and maintenance. Unlike industrial farming operations that rely heavily on synthetic fertilizers and chemical inputs, Amish farmers invest considerable time and effort in building soil organic matter through composting, cover cropping, and rotational grazing. This approach creates a living soil ecosystem that provides tomato plants with a steady supply of nutrients throughout the growing season. The rich, dark soil found on Amish farms typically contains organic matter levels of 4 to 6% compared to the 1 to 2% commonly found in conventionally farmed fields. This increased organic matter serves multiple functions. It improves water retention, enhances nutrient availability, promotes beneficial microbial activity, and creates better soil structure for root development. The composting systems employed by Amish farmers represent centuries of refined practice. Farm waste, kitchen scraps, animal manure, and crop residues are carefully layered and managed to create nutrient-rich compost that feeds tomato plants throughout their growth cycle. The composting process is monitored closely, with regular turning and moisture management ensuring optimal decomposition. The resulting compost provides not only macronutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, but also essential micronutrients and beneficial microorganisms that support plant health and disease resistance. This biological approach to soil fertility creates conditions that allow tomato plants to develop robust root systems capable of accessing nutrients and water efficiently. Seed selection and preservation practices among the Amish contribute significantly to their tomato production success. Rather than purchasing new seeds each season, Amish farmers maintain their own seed lines, carefully selecting seeds from the most productive and disease-resistant plants. This practice, continued over generations, has resulted in tomato varieties that are perfectly adapted to local growing conditions. These open-pollinated varieties, often called heirloom tomatoes, possess genetic diversity that helps them resist diseases and adapt to varying environmental conditions. The careful selection process ensures that only the most vigorous and productive plants contribute their genetics to future generations, gradually improving the overall performance of the tomato crop. The timing of seedling production in Amish farming operations demonstrates their deep understanding of plant biology and local climate patterns. Tomato seedlings are typically started indoors during late winter or early spring, allowing farmers to control temperature, light, and moisture conditions during the critical early growth phase. The seedlings are grown in nutrient-rich potting mixtures, often incorporating compost and aged manure from their own farms. This controlled environment protects young plants from temperature fluctuations, pests, and diseases while allowing them to develop strong root systems and sturdy stems before transplanting. The transplanting process itself reflects the Amish commitment to plant health and productivity. Seedlings are hardened off gradually, exposing them to outdoor conditions over a period of several days to reduce transplant shock. The timing of transplanting is carefully coordinated with soil temperature and weather patterns, ensuring that plants are placed in optimal conditions for continued growth. Spacing between plants is calculated to provide adequate air circulation while maximizing land use efficiency. This careful attention to transplanting details significantly reduces plant stress and mortality, contributing to higher overall yields. Water management practices in Amish tomato cultivation demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of plant water needs and soil moisture dynamics. Rather than relying on overhead irrigation systems that can promote disease development, many Amish farmers employ drip irrigation or furrow irrigation methods that deliver water directly to the root zone. This targeted approach reduces water waste, minimizes disease pressure, and ensures consistent soil moisture levels throughout the growing season. The high organic matter content of Amish soils enhances water retention, reducing the frequency of irrigation needed and creating more stable growing conditions for tomato plants. Pest and disease management in Amish farming systems relies primarily on prevention and biological control methods rather than chemical interventions. Crop rotation practices help break disease cycles and reduce pest populations by eliminating host plants and disrupting pest life cycles. Companion planting strategies incorporate plants that naturally repel harmful insects or attract beneficial predators. For example, planting basil, marigolds, or nasturtiums near tomatoes can help deter certain pests while attracting beneficial insects that prey on harmful species. This integrated approach to pest management maintains ecological balance while protecting tomato crops from significant damage. The economic efficiency of Amish tomato cultivation stems from several interconnected factors that reduce input costs while maximizing output value. The reliance on farm-produced inputs such as compost, seeds, and seedlings eliminates the need to purchase expensive synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, and hybrid seeds. Labor costs are minimized through family participation and community cooperation, with tasks like transplanting, weeding, and harvesting often completed through cooperative work arrangements. The direct marketing approach employed by many Amish farmers allows them to capture retail prices for their produce while building customer relationships that ensure consistent demand for their products. The preservation and processing capabilities of Amish communities add another dimension to the economic value of their tomato production. Excess tomatoes are processed into sauces, pastes, canned products, and dried tomatoes, extending the shelf life and market value of the harvest. These value-added products command higher prices than fresh tomatoes and provide income streams that extend beyond the fresh market season. The processing skills and equipment found in Amish communities allow farmers to capture additional value from their crops while reducing waste and spoilage. Community cooperation plays a crucial role in the economic efficiency of Amish tomato cultivation. Seed sharing, equipment lending, labor exchange, and collective marketing arrangements distribute costs and risks among community members while maximizing returns. Experienced farmers mentor younger community members, passing along knowledge and techniques that improve overall productivity. This knowledge transfer system ensures that successful practices are preserved and refined over generations, contributing to the consistent high performance of Amish tomato cultivation. The genetic diversity maintained within Amish tomato varieties provides both production and economic advantages. Unlike hybrid varieties that require annual seed purchases, open-pollinated varieties can be saved and replanted indefinitely, eliminating ongoing seed costs. The genetic diversity within these populations provides resilience against diseases, pests, and environmental stresses that might devastate uniform hybrid crops. This genetic resilience reduces crop losses and provides more stable yields year after year, contributing to the economic predictability that makes Amish farming operations sustainable. The integration of tomato cultivation with other farm enterprises creates synergies that enhance both productivity and profitability. Animal manure from livestock operations provides nutrient-rich fertilizer for tomato crops, while crop residues and unmarketable tomatoes provide feed for animals. This circular nutrient flow reduces external inputs while maximizing the value extracted from farm resources. Diversified farming operations also spread economic risks, providing multiple income streams that support the overall viability of the farming enterprise. The careful timing and scheduling of Amish tomato production allows farmers to optimize market conditions and labor efficiency. By staggering plantings and selecting varieties with different maturity dates, farmers can extend their harvest season and avoid market gluts that depress prices. This temporal diversification also spreads labor demands over a longer period, reducing the need for hired labor during peak harvest times. The extended harvest season provides opportunities to develop relationships with customers and restaurants that value consistent, high-quality tomato supplies. The quality focus of Amish tomato production contributes significantly to its economic success. The emphasis on flavor, texture, and appearance creates premium products that command higher prices in farmers' markets, restaurants, and direct-to-consumer sales channels. The reputation for quality that Amish farmers have built over generations creates brand recognition and customer loyalty that supports premium pricing. This quality focus also reduces post-harvest losses, as high-quality tomatoes have longer shelf lives and suffer less damage during handling and transportation. The scale of Amish tomato operations is typically optimized for efficiency rather than size. Rather than pursuing maximum acreage, Amish farmers focus on maximizing productivity per unit area through intensive management practices. This approach reduces the capital investment required for land acquisition and equipment while maintaining high returns per acre. The human-scale operations allows for the detailed attention to plant care that contributes to exceptional yields while keeping overhead costs manageable. Environmental stewardship practices in Amish farming systems contribute to long-term economic sustainability by maintaining soil health and preventing environmental degradation that could reduce productivity over time. The emphasis on building soil organic matter, preventing erosion, and maintaining biodiversity creates agricultural systems that become more productive over time rather than depleting natural resources. This regenerative approach ensures that farms remain productive for future generations while reducing the need for external inputs to maintain productivity. The knowledge systems that support Amish tomato cultivation represents accumulated wisdom that has been tested and refined over many generations. This practical knowledge base includes understanding of local climate patterns, soil conditions, pest cycles, and market dynamics that cannot be easily replicated by beginning farmers or industrial operations. The continuous refinement of techniques through observation, experimentation, and community discussion ensures that practices remain effective and adapt to changing conditions. The social capital within Amish communities contributes to the economic success of tomato cultivation through various support mechanisms. Shared knowledge, cooperative labor, equipment sharing, and collective marketing reduce individual costs while improving overall productivity. The community support system provides assistance during difficult periods, reducing the financial risks associated with farming. This social infrastructure creates conditions that allow individual farming operations to succeed even in challenging economic environments. The post-harvest handling practices employed by Amish farmers significantly impact both yield quality and economic returns. Careful harvesting techniques that minimize damage, proper storage conditions that extend shelf life, and efficient processing methods that reduce waste all contribute to maximizing the economic value of the tomato crop. The attention to detail in post-harvest operations reflects the same careful approach that characterizes all aspects of Amish farming, ensuring that the benefits of excellent growing practices are not lost through poor handling. The market positioning strategies employed by Amish tomato producers capitalize on consumer demand for locally grown, sustainably produced, high-quality food products. The Amish brand recognition associated with traditional farming practices and quality products allows farmers to capture premium prices in appropriate market segments. This positioning strategy differentiates Amish tomatoes from commodity products while building customer relationships that support long-term business sustainability. The continuous improvement culture within Amish farming communities ensures that successful practices are preserved, while new techniques are evaluated and adopted when appropriate. This balanced approach to innovation maintains the core principles that make Amish farming successful, while allowing for improvements that enhance productivity or reduce costs. The community-based evaluation of new techniques ensures that changes are thoroughly tested before widespread adoption, reducing the risks associated with unproven practices. The financial management practices common in Amish communities contribute to the economic sustainability of tomato farming operations. Conservative financial approaches, minimal debt loads, and emphasis on cash flow management create stable foundations for farming enterprises. The community support systems provide informal insurance against catastrophic losses, reducing the need for expensive commercial insurance products. This financial stability allows farmers to make long-term investments in soil health and infrastructure that support sustained high productivity. The integration of traditional ecological knowledge with modern understanding of plant biology and soil science creates farming systems that are both productive and sustainable. Amish farmers combine centuries-old observations about plant behavior, weather patterns, and soil management with current understanding of plant nutrition, pest biology, and market dynamics. This synthesis of traditional wisdom and modern knowledge creates particularly effective farming systems that outperform approaches based solely on either traditional or modern methods. The labor efficiency achieved in Amish tomato operations reflects both skilled management and community cooperation. The combination of family labor, community work exchanges, and efficient work organization minimizes labor costs while maintaining high standards of crop care. The multi-generational involvement in farming operations ensures continuity of labor supply and knowledge transfer, reducing the training costs associated with hiring inexperienced workers. In conclusion, the exceptional productivity and economic efficiency of Amish tomato cultivation results from the integration of multiple factors, including soil health management, genetic diversity, water management, pest control, community cooperation, quality focus, and market positioning. These elements work together to create farming systems that consistently produce high yields of premium quality tomatoes while maintaining economic viability through low input costs and high output values. The success of Amish tomato cultivation demonstrates that sustainable farming practices can achieve both environmental and economic objectives when implemented as part of comprehensive agricultural systems supported by strong community structures and accumulated practical knowledge. At the heart of Amish farming success is their unwavering commitment to soil health and biological diversity. Unlike industrial agriculture, which often treats soil as merely a medium for holding plants, while synthetic fertilizers provide nutrition, the Amish view soil as a living ecosystem that must be nurtured and maintained. Their approach begins with building what they call living soil, earth that teems with beneficial microorganisms, earthworms, and organic matter. This biological activity creates a complex web of nutrient cycling that commercial agriculture simply cannot replicate with chemical inputs alone. The foundation of healthy Amish soil starts with their systematic approach to composting and organic matter incorporation. Every scrap of organic waste from their farms and households is carefully composted using time-tested methods that maximize nutrient retention while eliminating harmful pathogens. Kitchen scraps, animal manure, fallen leaves, crop residues, and even sawdust from woodworking operations are layered and turned according to precise schedules that ensure optimal decomposition. This compost, aged for months or even years, contains not just the basic nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium that plants need, but also dozens of trace minerals and beneficial microorganisms that synthetic fertilizers lack. The microbial life in well-composted Amish soil creates what scientists now recognize as the rhizosphere effect, a symbiotic relationship between plant roots and soil microorganisms that dramatically enhance nutrient uptake and plant health. Beneficial bacteria and fungi form partnerships with plant roots, extending their effective reach for nutrients and water while protection against harmful pathogens. This natural biological network explains why Amish tomatoes can grow so vigorously without the need for synthetic fertilizers or pesticides that commercial growers depend upon. Water management represents another crucial element in the Amish agricultural system. Rather than relying on intensive irrigation that can leach nutrients and compact soil, Amish farmers have mastered the art of moisture conservation through mulching, contour farming, and strategic crop placement. Their fields are typically smaller and more diverse than commercial operations, allowing for precise water management tailored to each crop's specific needs. Heavy mulching with organic materials not only conserves moisture, but continues to break down and feed the soil throughout the growing season, creating a continuous cycle of nutrient release that matches plant growth patterns. The diversity inherent in Amish farming systems provides multiple benefits that contribute to crop quality and growth rates. Unlike monoculture operations that grow single crops across vast acreages, Amish farms typically feature dozens of different vegetables, grains, and fruits grown in close proximity. This biodiversity creates what ecologists call companion planting effects, where different plants support each other's growth through root interactions, pest control, and nutrient sharing. Tomatoes grown alongside basil, for instance, often show improved flavor and pest resistance, while nitrogen-fixing legumes grown nearby can provide natural fertilization to heavy feeding crops. The careful selection and preservation of heirloom seed varieties plays a fundamental role in the superior quality of Amish produce. For generations, Amish families have saved seeds from their best-performing plants, gradually developing varieties that are perfectly adapted to local growing conditions and soil types. These heirloom tomatoes, unlike hybrid varieties bred for shipping durability and uniform appearance, have been selected primarily for flavor, nutritional content, and natural disease resistance. Traditional Amish farming schedules, based on careful observation of natural cycles and often incorporating lunar planting calendars, optimize growing conditions in ways that modern agriculture sometimes overlooks. Planting times are determined not just by soil temperature and frost dates, but by subtle environmental cues that indicate optimal germination and establishment conditions.